If you're near a window, look outside. What's it look like out there? At my house, there's a clear sky, a few clouds, but it's super cold. We don't have any snow right now, but if we did, I can pretty much guarantee you I'd be making some snow cream. Hi, and welcome to Winter Nights with Imagine This Stories. I'm really glad you're here. Get comfortable, grab a blanket, snuggle up, and for the next few minutes, imagine this. Have you ever played the game, Would You Rather? You know, the game where you're given two choices and you have to choose one. For example, would you rather spend the day at the beach or in the mountains? For me, that's an easy one. The beach. How about you? Here's a trickier one. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or control the weather? That's a tough one. What do you think? I would talk to animals. Okay, here's a winter one. Would you rather spend the night in an igloo or a cabin? I would totally pick the cabin, with a big fire in the fireplace, soft blankets on all the couches, and all my family there with me. Sometimes choices are easy. Sometimes choices are a little bit trickier. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about a woman who made a choice that changed her entire life. Long ago, in a land with tall hills and golden fields, there lived a family. The mom and the dad were named Naomi and Elimelech. That's a fun name to say, Elimelech. They had two sons, Mahlon and Kilian. Some more crazy names, right? They were all from a town called Bethlehem. You may have heard of it. It's supposed to be a cute little town, and it becomes pretty famous. But that's another story for another day. Things weren't going so well in Bethlehem. There was a famine, so the family up and moved to the land of Moab. Now, the boys were grown up, and when they got there, Kilian married a woman named Orpah, and Mahlon married a woman named Ruth. They all lived in Moab until something really sad happened. Naomi's husband, Elimelech, died. And then in that same year, Kilian and Mahlon died too. Yikes. All of a sudden, this family of 6 became a family of 3. One morning, Naomi packed her things and sighed. "Ruth, Orpah," she said, "I'm going back to my hometown of Bethlehem, but you should stay here in Moab with your own families." This left the women with a choice to make. Orpah chose to stay in Moab with her family. But Ruth, while she understood what Naomi was saying, she also knew that Naomi would be completely alone. Ruth took Naomi's hands gently. She said, "Don't tell me to leave you. Where you go, I will go. Where you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." Naomi couldn't speak for a moment. Tears filled her eyes, you know, the kind that are happy and sad at the same time. And so, the two women began walking together toward Bethlehem. Fortunately, the famine was over, and Bethlehem was busy with the harvest. Workers filled the fields, cutting tall barley and bundling it to dry. Ruth knew she needed to help Naomi, so she asked permission to glean or pick up the leftover grain that the workers had left. She walked into a field belonging to a man named Boaz. Boaz noticed Ruth right away, not because she was loud or flashy, but because she worked harder than anyone else in the field. She bent and picked up grain from sunrise until sunset. I imagine her back really ached by the end of the day. Boaz asked his workers, "Who is she?" One man replied, "Oh, that's Ruth, the woman who came back with Naomi. She's really kind, and she's a hard worker." Boaz walked over to Ruth. "Stay in my field. You'll be safe here," he said. "If you're thirsty, drink our water, and may the Lord bless you for how you've cared for Naomi." Ruth bowed her head. "Why are you so kind to me?" she asked. Boaz smiled. "Because I see your kindness, and God sees it too." Before long, Boaz and Ruth were married. The whole town celebrated their joy. Time passed, and soon Ruth held a baby boy in her arms, a little son named Obed. Naomi, who once thought she was forgotten, now held joy in her arms again. She cuddled baby Obed close, smiling deeper than she had in years. Now, listen to this. Obed grew up to be the grandfather of King David, and many, many years later, from Ruth's family line, came Jesus, the Savior of the world. So because of a choice that Ruth made to stay with Naomi, go to Bethlehem with her, worship the God of Israel, the same God we Christians worship today, because of this choice, or these choices, she became King David's great-grandmother, and in many, many years later, she became the great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother of Jesus himself. That's incredible. Ruth's story shows us that kindness matters. Loyalty matters. Doing what's right, especially when it's hard, matters. And no matter where you're from or what's happened in your life, your choices matter too. Every day we have the choice to choose kindness, to choose courage, and to choose to honor God. And those choices, the big ones and the little ones, shape our life, just like Ruth's choices shaped hers. Cool story. Want to hear something else cool? Ruth is one of only 2 women in the Bible with a book named after her. Do you know who the other one is? It's Esther. Both Ruth and Esther were courageous and trusted God even when their life got difficult. Did you know that the name Ruth means friend? And finally, I'm sure you picked this up when you were listening, but Ruth and Boaz lived in the small town of Bethlehem. Yep, that same Bethlehem where Jesus would be born. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, all the above. Please share this podcast with someone else. And I look forward to talking to you again soon as we imagine this. Bye.